Young man pleaded not guilty to racketeering charges in a Peoria County courtroom this afternoon. 18-year-old Jayshon Davis charged with violating the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations or RICO Act. He also pleaded not guilty to a second charge involving a gun. Davis was arrested as a 17-year-old last year. He's one of 11 young men and teens involved in the ongoing prosecution. The charges related to a series of crimes between the summer of 2022 and 2024, including murders.